a new Merchant of the Month for July, a look at the first ever farmers market in North Andover, and highlights from Civics Day at the middle school. All of these stories and more coming up on this edition of the North Andover Journal. Hello, and welcome to this edition of the North Andover Journal. I'm your guest host, Susan Martin. Lester Rugg and Irene Grasso are back from the North Andover Senior Center to give us the scoop on what exciting activities they have in store for July.
I love that, Irina. By the way, the Senior Center will be closed on July 3rd and 4th for the Independence Day holiday. Now for some news and updates and announcements. Irina.
The support services on July 5th will be closed at the Senior Center. The North Andover Farmers Market will be every Sunday until October 8th on 1st Street from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Be there early because they go fast and the produce won't last that long. Come and meet Caroline Ibbotson, the town's public health nurse, at this month's blood pressure clinic on Wednesdays, July 12th and 26th. They'll be checking blood pressure, B12 shots, weight, and glucose levels. And on July 19th, Shine Counselor appointments will be available from 8:30 to 12 p.m. The Supper Club date has been changed from July 20th to July 19th, and they will be heading to the Gloucester House. Lester, don't miss these events.
The Lunch Bunch will be taking 2 trips this month. The first will be on July 7th, and we'll go to the Village Inn in Essex, Massachusetts. It's a great place. The second will be on July 24th, and we'll be headed to the Windward Restaurant, also in Essex. We love Essex, it seems like. Essex, Massachusetts. The Tuesday night buffet will be on Tuesday, July 11th at the Senior Center, and it's all in the presentation. It's a wonderful program. It will be sponsored by Atria Marland Place. The Fresh Table is back and will be at noon on every Wednesday in July. This month's Mystery Ride will be on July 27th at 10:30 a.m., so come early, and we'll be visiting a local senior center for lunch. Now, Fun Fridays will be on Friday, July 14th. The Senior Center will be taking a trip to Cape Ann Museum, and on Friday, July 21st, we'll be headed to the Lynn Museum. These are outstanding places that a lot of people aren't aware of. Irina, we're looking forward to what's in August. Give me a little idea.
Okay. On August 19th, we'll be heading to the Connecticut famous lighthouses. On August 23rd, they'll be taking the Rhode Island Harbor Cruise. And if you love water, that's the best. And on August 25th, we'll be on a sightseeing cruise and lunch in Salem, Mass.
Fantastic.
Sign up fast because they'll go fast. Lester.
If you need more information or an appointment for any of our services, please call the reception desk. We certainly will be available. And at 978-688-9560. I'll repeat that, 978-688-9560. Finito.
Whoopee! See you next month.
And we're off and running.
This Merchant of the Month segment for July will take us to Dog City, where we met up with President of the Merchants Association, Don Pease, to interview business owner Janie Malafont.
Hi everybody, I'm here at 546 Turnpike Street in North Andover with Jane Malafont, the owner of Dog City. How and when did you start this business? What drove you to do this?
I started Dog City in 1988, unofficially. I was a dog trainer, and from there I made dog cookies, believe it or not, and it prompted me to open something a little better. I wanted to offer services such as grooming, nutritional supplies, and I still did training for quite a while. We saw an influx of dogs that weren't getting proper care from people that weren't well trained, so we decided to open the business for that reason.
Excellent. So what sets Dog City apart as a dog supply store?
Our staff is trained in all aspects of pet care. We do the grooming, we do the training, health care, we offer supplementation, we do diets for dogs that have allergies, digestion issues, natural herbal remedies, and we keep our prices very competitive, so that makes a big difference.
Besides dog food and treats, what other things do you offer that help with the overall health of an animal?
We offer supplements such as digestive aids, anxiety medications that are all natural, herbal supplements, products that can cure yeast infections for dogs that have ear problems.
For pet owners, fleas are always a problem, but in New England particularly, we have a real big problem with ticks here and Lyme disease. What do you recommend for taking care of dogs and cats with fleas and ticks?
Okay, absolutely big problem. We had a mild winter. We do natural remedies. There's so many products that are on the market. I've been using natural remedies with all of my clients for years. You'll have just as good a success with something natural as you would with something toxic that actually can result in chemical burn on your dog, uncomfortableness. I've even seen GI issues with some of the toxins that are out there. So we offer everything as an alternative natural product that won't make the dog sick, and the kids are safe with it too, and your family.
So we've been talking a lot about dogs. What other animals do you supply for?
Just about everything except for reptiles. We have dog supplies, cat supplies, we have ferret, guinea pig, mouse, rat, fish. We do carry a small amount. We don't carry fish tanks, fish filters, etc. But we try to touch on at least the necessities for the store. But we have a large selection for the dog and the cat supplies, food, treats, toys, you name it, litter boxes, scratching posts, we have it all.
I noticed that there's a huge selection of treats in here. Why so many?
The front row is A to Z, alphabetized. It starts with alligator, and I believe it ends up with venison, and everything is in alphabetical order. Primarily all meat products, because a lot of the dogs that we do the allergy testing for are allergic to grain. We have a whole section that's possibly 200 proteins plus, and that's all those dogs can eat, so that's a reason for the front row. The rest of the store is just a bunch of goodies, all natural stuff. We try to support companies that do local business, cookies, treats, some handmade toys of that nature.
So why do you think it is that you have such a loyal customer base?
Being truthful with my clients is a plus. I won't sell them the store if they don't need something. I'll absolutely tell them that they don't need the product. And they kind of look at me like I have three heads when I could sell them 10 products and they only need 3. Honesty has been a major player in the way I decide to do business.
So you're a member of the North Andover Merchants Association, and I know that there are a lot of things that you do within the community to help people, and I know you can't tell me about all of them, but can you give me some of the highlights?
Okay, right now we're sponsoring North Andover's canine unit, and we are feeding the dog free of cost to North Andover, supporting their canine and their great work. We also work with local shelters. We work with a local rescue. We donate food each and every month to them. Thousands of pounds of food go to the foster parents, etc.
Well, thank you so much, Jane, for taking the time to tell us all about your business. Dawn Pease with the North Andover Merchants Association and Jane Malafont of Dog City in North Andover.
Thank you, Dawn. I appreciate it.
After years of planning and preparation, the North Andover Farmers Market had its official launch on Sunday, June 25th. A bumper crop of visitors flocked to the market, and North Andover Cam was there.
Great weather and larger than expected crowds were on hand for the launch of the North Andover Farmers Market on Sunday, the 25th of June. A diverse lineup of vendors was on hand for this inaugural market, selling wares like fruits, vegetables, breads, soaps, candles, and even public access television. And though many people thought that an enterprise such as this would thrive in town, crowd sizes for this Sunday afternoon launch easily exceeded the expectations of those involved with the project. One of those people was Selectman Phil DeCollegiero, who has been helping to organize the event.
Better than expected. I think that we thought it was going to do well. I mean, we got a lot of really great feedback leading up to it from people who were excited, but it was tough. We've never done it in this community before, so I don't think that we really could tell what type of crowd we'd get, and we got a good crowd.
Local businesses such as Smolak Farm, Good Day Cafe, and Goet Farm were included in the mix of vendors for this first day. The opening day turnout was a surprise to those vendors, some of which quickly sold out of their initial supply of product.
Today we had strawberries, which we've already sold out on. We had cherries, lettuce, radishes, and of course our famous Smolak cider donuts.
I brought over 40 loaves of bread, and the people that came out were just amazing. Everybody was loving the stuff. They were buying stuff, and just really great turnout today.
The early success of this market impressed not only the vendors, but local officials also in attendance. Among them, Town Manager Andrew Mailer.
It's extraordinary, really. First of all, let me thank the committee for 2 years worth of planning to get to this point. But as you can see from the attendance today, and as I understood it when it first opened, it was standing room only, which is exciting. I think it's here to stay in North Andover. I'd expect it to expand over time. I want to thank all the vendors. You can see my lunch and a light drink, but I want to thank all the residents and others that came, and I think we just started a new tradition, and I'm really excited about it.
Organizers have been working to put this market together since 2015. Selectman DeCollegiero described some of the work put in over that time.
Finding vendors that are willing to participate, actually. So, I mean, we were really lucky that we got a couple of really good vendors from the get-go. And having Smolak Farm, I mean, I can't say enough for having them involved from the very beginning. That was our first meeting, was in one of their greenhouses, and so for them to be involved with this, I think it really legitimized us, because my impression is that a lot of communities try to do this in their fits and starts. We were slower than expected in getting this off the ground, and I think that slow, deliberative process resulted in a really good event today. So we couldn't have done it without the cooperation of the town, volunteers, business owners. I mean, all of that really came together very nicely.
And in the eyes of the vendors in attendance, those organizational efforts have certainly paid off.
It's been fabulous, very busy, and very warm welcome from everybody. We're moving our store here in a couple weeks, so it's been great getting to meet everyone.
I couldn't believe how busy we've been. As soon as we opened up, we had flocks of people all over the place. Everybody's been having a great time.
It's been incredibly busy for us. It's been probably our busiest market of the year so far.
We came here today because we wanted to be a part of this great organization, this event, which is a great undertaking and accomplishment for this town.
This has been my best day in business ever. So it's a great market run by a very dedicated group of people.
Today's market's been great. We weren't expecting the welcome to North Andover, so keep it coming.
The North Andover Farmers Market will be held each and every Sunday from now until October 8th at the intersection of 1st and Main Streets, right across from the new town hall. Judging from the initial response this past Sunday, it looks like this farmers market will be one of the many things taking root and growing in town.
The market is organized by the North Andover Farmers Market Committee and the North Andover Merchants Association, and it is held at the corner of 1st and Main Streets from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. every Sunday from now until October 8th. Before the end of the school year, the North Andover Middle School hosted its 3rd annual Civics Day for the 8th grade. Social studies teacher Pat McGravy organized Civics Day to bring in local and state officials to teach students about civics firsthand. Guests included State Representative Diana DiZoglio, Communications Coordinator for the Office of the Jury Commissioner Michael J. Ryan, Judge Michael Ulrich from the Lawrence District Court, as well as a few local faces like the town moderator Mark DeSalvo, the superintendent Dr. Jennifer Price, and the town manager Andrew Mailer. Our local political correspondent and CAM youth leader, Caitlin Parks, was at Civics Day to interview some of the guest speakers. Let's take a look.
Do you want to tell us a little bit about Civics Day?
Sure. So Civics Day was something that was started 3 years ago here at NAMS. Representative DeZoglio wanted to come and talk to us. She brought some judges and then someone from jury duty, and it was just kind of informal at the beginning. And then last year we decided to make it a whole 8th grade experience, and we brought in all the local government officials, like the superintendent and the town manager and the town moderator. And then this year, the 3rd year, we have an afternoon speaker, Rick Jacobs, who is Congressman Seth Moulton's chief of staff, and some representatives from the immigration court. And the whole genesis of Civics Day was end of May, June is really tough to teach. And I really wanted to have the kids learn civics in an engaging way. So this kind of kills 2 birds with 1 stone. It brings in people, it keeps it engaged, and it helps civics in an engaging way. And it's been super successful again today.
Civic education is incredibly important. I think one of the bigger challenges we have is that we don't regularly teach civics in class anymore. And that's why it's so important to have days like this. It really sparks people's energy and excitement and and helps them see that government is not the enemy. Government is there to do the things that they want, to help make sure that they can get to and from work and school, to deliver their mail, to keep the electricity running and the water running, to have the social safety net for our elderly or our seniors or our disabled. That's the incredible role government plays.
When you're here at Civics Day, what tends to be like the most popular question that comes up or your favorite part about talking with the kids?
Well, I think the kids are always asking me questions like, why don't we have air conditioning? Which is always a fun one to explain, to say, like, for 15 days a year, are we going to spend that amount of money, or are we actually going to invest in teachers to lower class sizes and for them to have a better experience? So I think for me, it gives them an opportunity to understand that we have to make decisions, and they're not always popular decisions, but we try to make the best decisions we can to deliver the best product we can with the limited resources that we have.
We got to do a debate as though we were in the House of Representatives today. We debated the hands-free bill, and it was great. The students who are looking forward to driving talked about the importance of not texting while driving, wearing their seatbelts while driving, and things like making sure you stop at a right-hand turn signal if there's a blinking red light. So the students got a good understanding about what different state laws are. They got to debate important issues and actually act like state representatives themselves and take a vote at the end of the session. So I think that it was very fun and a very productive day, and I can't wait to come back again next year.
Government affects everyone's life on a day-to-day basis, and I think one thing that's important to teach the kids is that local government especially impacts their schools, the town. I mean, everything that goes in their lives on a daily basis is impacted by town government. I mean, everyone knows who Hillary Clinton is or Donald Trump is, but very few people can tell you who's on the school committee or who's on the board of selectmen. And these are the people that really impact them the most.
All right, thank you so much, and thank you for being here.
If you'd like to see the presentations given by the guest speakers on Civics Day, you can catch them right on our Cam Ed channel. That's $99 for Comcast and $28 for Verizon. Or you can watch them anytime on our North Andover Cam YouTube channel. Before we end the show, I'd like to leave you all with some upcoming community events. North Andover Cam will be having a week-long summer film workshop for kids entering grades 5 through 8 on July 17th through the 21st. In this workshop, kids will learn skills like producing, scripting, storyboarding, directing, editing, and more. For more information about this workshop, you can email me, Susan, at smartin@northandovercam.org. As always, if you have a news story or idea for a segment, please email us at thejournal@northandovercam.org. That'll wrap things up for this week. I'm your guest host, Susan Martin. Thanks for joining us.